So here's part 2 of the 4.6 day 2 notes. We are now going to multiply. So we need to make sure we either use the distributive property or FOIL, and then we simplify by combining like terms. Okay, so on number 1, we have 4i times negative 6 plus I. So what we need to do here, notice we have a monomial, remember that means one term, and then we have multiplied by a binomial, which means two terms. So I'm going to distribute, so I'm going to do 4i times negative 6 and times the negative 1. Okay, so 4i times negative 6 gives me negative 24i, and 4i times I gives me a plus 4i squared. Okay, so we still just have negative 24i. Now know that I squared, we can replace that with a negative 1. So I'm going to have plus 4 times negative 1. So I squared is equal to negative 1. So anytime you see an I squared, always replace it with a negative 1. So I get negative 24i minus 4. Now don't forget, you need to write your final answer in standard form. So my negative 4 comes first because that's the real part. And then I have minus 24i because that's the imaginary part. So my final answer here is negative 4 minus negative 24i. Okay, let's look at example 2. We have 9 minus 2i times negative 4 plus 7i. So since we have two binomials, we're going to go ahead and FOIL this. So we're going to take the 9 and we're going to multiply that by the negative 4 and by the 7i. So I get negative 36 and then plus 63i. And I'm going to take my negative 2i, multiply by negative 4 and by the 7i. So I get plus 8i and then minus 14i squared. Now we combine our like terms, which in this case is 63i and 8i. So when we combine that, we get 71i. And then we need to change our I squared into negative 1. And when I get that, I get negative 36 plus 71i plus 14. Now I combine my negative 36 and my positive 14. Okay, and what that's going to give me, when you put that into your calculator, is going to be negative 22, and then we have plus 71i. And notice this is in standard form, so I'm good to go. That is my final answer. So negative 22 is my real part, 71i is my imaginary part. Okay, go ahead and pause the video and try number 3 on your own. Okay, let's see what you've got. Okay, this one we are once again going to FOIL. So we do 11 times 3, 11 times negative 2i. So I get 33 minus 22i, take negative 8i, multiply by 3 and negative 2i, so I get negative 24i plus 16i squared. Okay, let's combine our like terms here, which is going to be negative 22i and negative 24i. So that gives me negative 46i. I'm going to replace the I squared with negative 1. And so that gives me negative 16. I combine 33 and negative 16. So that's going to give me 17. And then minus 46i. Notice that I did write it in standard form. So that means 17 minus 46i is going to be my final answer. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you contact me. And make sure you work on the homework assignment. See you guys later.